chat, so we will start. Okay, thank you, Ale. So we will start recording, just to let you know that the chat is not recording. So today's seminar, let me introduce you to people that is here today with the butterfly in the back. First of all, I would like to introduce our colleagues from the New Horizons Foundation. They are the ones setting this up and preparing everything for this Zoom. Ali, thank you for being here. Also, Andrea from Romania and the New Horizons Foundation, our partner from there. We would like also to thank Eva, Lina, and Lina and Eva. They are in Germany. They are our partners from Germany, from the Learning Through Civic Engagement Foundation. And we prepare this seminar along with them. We also are from Núcleo, and we have here Joana. Joana, she is the creative mind behind the butterflies and the logo and the images of the SLEAD project. You have already a thumbs up, Joana. She is the communication coordinator from Núcleo. We also have with us Rosa Duran. She's the president from Núcleo, and she's passionate about teacher training and innovation in education. We will be here. She's our invited. She's invited today to talk to us about a lot of her experience and also how STEM subjects can be so engaging in terms of be also used in service learning projects and in to foster democratic competencies. I'm very happy also to see here Marianne from our partner in Austria. Nice to see you here, Marianne. And everyone, I would like very much to give you a warm welcome. You are brave enough to be here, and thank you for being here today. So I think I have said what I was supposed to say in the beginning. So let's start our webinar. I will share my screen. Can you see my screen? Yes, I cannot see you now, so please tell me something. Yes?
I see it.
Okay, okay. Here is the topic for today's webinar, the service learning in STEM for democracy competencies. This is today's agenda. So this was a brief introduction, and also I will talk to you a little bit about the objectives of today's webinar. We will do a small activity in Menti. We are quite used to do that, just to see how was our experience with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, how it was when we were at school. Let's talk a little bit about that and to share our thoughts also on this. We are going to look to real life examples, to real projects, and we are going to see what students and teachers are saying about this kind of projects. We are also talking a little bit into and diving a little bit into the content, what research is also saying about the benefits of service learning, of integrating STEM and civic engagement, how this works, and also how is this link to democracy that we want to discuss here today. We will do a practical exercise of 30 minutes. You will have a facilitator, and so when the time comes, you will be distributed in these breakout rooms, and then we will talk in the end, and you will also have time to put your questions and to give us your ideas. So the objectives for today is to demonstrate the integration of STEM fields, and you know already what STEM means, with civic engagement, also to reflect on this intersection of STEM and democracy, because sometimes we don't see it clearly. In our life, we have to do a lot of decisions related to STEM subjects in our health, for instance, in energy consumption, in a lot of other decisions that with climate change that we have to do in our daily life. They have to do also with they have to do also with democratic competences and to these competences of STEM. And we don't see it very often, or they seem not very evident. We also, when we are teaching STEM, we think that science has no values, or science has only to do with facts. But the truth is, it's everything in our decisions, the decisions that we take in our life, in our civic life. They all have to be with human beings. So our values, our interests, our opinions, they matter also to this decision. And they start to being built very early. And we can help our students to think about, should I make experiments in animals? How should I do this? What kind of, how is this if I'm going to study biology and the cell, how those things will be. So those decisions, they need to be made, and we also can teach our students that decisions in STEM also have to do with societal challenges that we face over our lifetime. So to recognize the benefits of integrating STEM and civic engagement, and we will offer you, as I said before, a lot of real life examples, so you can feel inspired to implement your own or your students, or to inspire your students to implement the service learning projects linked to STEM. So let's move to Menti. I will ask Ali, please, to share the link. You can also see the code here, 53469119. So the first question that I would like you to tell us and to answer is this one. How was your experience with STEM subjects? Did you like it? You hate it? It was okay. Oh, I don't really know. I don't really remember how it was. Can you answer these questions? We have already one very enthusiastic. I liked it.
So those who are asking on the chat, the link is already on the chat. You can find joint meeting Menti here.
So please go to the chat, and you can click on the link that was provided to you on the chat. So we are 37. We are kind of waiting a lot more answers. It seems like I like it is winning, but it was okay. It is also here. It was okay. So please feel free to go ahead. So I hate it. I don't really know. Maybe you don't want to tell us. How was your experience with STEM subjects? Okay. So we have people here, the majority liked it, and some participants are saying, 7 are saying it was okay. 3 participants I'd say I don't really know, so it's quite an indefinition here. And 1 participant it's saying I hate it. So it is important to understand why you liked it, why you don't. Let's move forward and ask this later on, because we will have some ideas in let's move forward. So the next question is, which STEM's topic did you enjoy studying the most? Okay, you liked, oh, I like when we talked about plants, for instance. I liked when we talk about, oh, I like chemistry more than, okay. Technology, maths, biology, chemistry, mathematics. Other science that you liked, or a topic of science that you liked, a topic about learning about environment, biology, it's winning, physics and mathematics. So everything that helped me to understand the world around me and the world, science, mathematics. So feel free to answer. But which STEM topic did you enjoy studying the most? Recycling, physics and astronomy, chemistry, biology again, chemistry, biology, biology. Some people like math, biology, ecology, computer science, energy flow in ecosystems. This is a very specific one. Stellar evolution, biology. So very interesting topics here. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So let's move forward. And I would also like to ask you, what STEM subject or which STEM subject did you least enjoy? Why did the one that you least enjoyed? If you liked more biology, maybe you didn't like what? What did you didn't like to study or when you were at school? I think it seems that everyone liked everything. Math, so we have some people that least enjoy to study or to know about math, biology. So biology, fact learning, not even a science technically. So this is quite provocative. Physics, chemistry here, physics. So STEM subject that you least enjoy. Chemistry. So chemistry is not being very popular here. Physics. There are people that like it all. Again, like it all. So great. Let's move on then. I can see that not everyone answers, but what would make you like the STEM subjects even more? So have you thought about it? What would make you like this STEM subject? Some of you said that they didn't like chemistry. Some said they didn't like physics. Some said they didn't like biology because it was just facts, not. So what would make you like STEM subjects more? Maybe you do like STEM, but what would you like even more? So STEM applied in real life, more experiments, more practice, having more fun, real world application. So this is quite linked to the ones STEM applied in the real life, more hands-on experiences. So we are talking about being more practical, relevance to daily life, practices, animations, feeling to be able to help the world, role models, to understand the application, if it will have a concrete connection to everyday life. So this connection to practice, to everyday life, to hands-on experiments would be more important to you, to like more STEM subjects. Interesting. So let's move forward. And I think this would be the last question is, which subjects you currently teach? Which subjects you currently teach? Are you a chemistry teacher? Are you a physics teacher, biology teacher? Are you a social science teacher? Are you a history teacher, philosophy? What are you teaching? All primary schools lessons, art teacher, an English teacher, nice. Are you social sciences, biology, geology, environment, language, great. So we have teachers here from different areas, which is great. History, English, German, French, language teachers here. Great. No more answers. So this experience, and thank you for this. This was to know a little bit more about you. So not everyone is a STEM teacher, but we all had experiences while at school with STEM subjects. And how was that experience for us? And how that could change, maybe it would change everything if we would have, as you said, more hands-on experiments, more connections to real life, more relevance more practical relevance to the subject. So it's interesting to know, and it's also interesting to talk about this service learning project with you, because it is quite that what we are trying to do with service learning, to make the STEM subjects meaningful, because there are a lot of problems in the community that are related to finding solutions that implies to have some technical competences, some engineering competences, some mathematic competences, science competences. So how can you use service learning? How can we use the learning that we can have to serve also our community and to tackle societal challenges that we are seeing in our community? We have some real life examples to show to you. And one of the first ones, and I will ask Rosa to talk and to tell you this wonderful experience and this wonderful project that was that happened a while back in Portugal. I will talk to you about some other projects like the students in Madeira Island, and also the participatory project and some schools in Portugal, and other projects that are quite international, like the one that we are trying to develop here with this project. So Rosa, I will give the word to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Don't put the movie yet. Actually, I think you want me to share my screen to share the
Yes.
movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the time being, I would like to hello to everyone, and very glad to be here. Yeah, the story that I'm about to tell was many years ago, and it was a very enlightening story, because we were working on a project about fighting light pollution, which is a problem that is becoming more known to people around the world, but not everyone. I'm sure that not everyone here knows. I mean, actually, I would be glad to see in the chat who knows what light pollution is. Can you put on the chat? I know I don't, so I can see how much you are aware of this growing and very frightening problem. So don't be afraid. Just go to the chat and type, I do know, I don't know. Okay, Paul, you know, of course, I know, you know. Okay, Maria, nice to see you here. Oh, I haven't seen you. Okay, you know, I said no, okay, no. Okay, so what is light pollution? Light pollution is excess of illumination and usually light that is not properly built. So it's light that is not illuminating what is supposed to be illuminated. So if you tonight go and look outside your window, unfortunately, most of you will notice that the poles, the light poles that are illuminating the street, either they are glow and they are illuminating everything except the floor, which is exactly what they should be illuminating. Sometimes they have a cover and they are illuminating the floor, but also their houses and apartments and everything that is around them, frequently illuminating green areas where insects or animals get their sleeping cycle or the reproduction cycle all screwed up. It affects our health. It's connected to problems like obesity, diabetes, cancer. There are so many different problems that light pollution causes, and it's a problem that is not properly being targeted by the world. And there is one other problem that is a gigantic problem, which is it's stealing the stars away from us. So people are losing their connection to the universe. People don't see as many stars as they could. Actually, I mean, how many people here love to go to a planetarium, right? When they turn off the lights and we see in the planetarium all these beautiful stars. We say, wow, this is so beautiful. It's beautiful and pathetic at the same time. We have to put ourselves inside a building and reproduce something that we should be seeing with our naked eyes. And unfortunately, we don't anymore because of light pollution. So I'm not going to talk about light pollution anymore. This is just a sneak preview. But we used this project, and the idea was
Rosa,
how, yes,
Rosa, sorry. Some people are saying that it's not clear to them. They cannot hear you clearly today. Is
you
it
also
just,
cannot, I
it
don't
was
know.
also me. You are not hearing clearly, or you are not hearing clearly now?
Can
So
everybody say
maybe,
if they are hearing me or no?
is it now? Now. So Rosa, probably I can hear you well, but if you can put your
Not hearing
microphone
me.
higher.
Okay. I don't have a microphone. I will turn off this and use another thing. Wait a moment.
Okay. Not hearing clearly now, so maybe
How about now?
it's better. I think it's
Okay.
better.
Good. Good. Okay. I lost.
Dacă aici la noi în sală, stai tu pe acolo și cine-i de la 12
I
să...
can. Is someone saying something? No.
It's okay. They just opened.
Open the mic. Okay. Okay. So I was discussing that it was during the year of 2009 when I was discussing with a person that was a global leader for fighting light pollution, and she said, you know, this is hopeless. It's impossible to change. It's difficult to reach out to people. And I said, well, why don't we do it through students? Why don't we create a legion of activists against light pollution? And we decided to start this project that was called Dark Sky Rangers. And we pilot tested 1 year, and in the second year we created a contest that was open for students from all ages. And a super surprise came, and that just validated that if you want to change the world, you just need one person. And I'm going to share with you the video of the winner of that particular year. It's a 6-year-old boy, and then I will show you the video, and then I will tell you what happened afterward. So, Sarah, maybe I can steal your sharing, and I am clicking here. I don't know if it will work. Okay, can you see my screen with the
Yes.
video in it? Okay,
Yes.
what about now? Can you still see it? Oh, sorry, I have to do it again because I forgot to share the sound. Let me do it again. Where are you? Zoom. Okay, here. Okay, share sound. I think this is good enough, right? Okay, let me play it.
Esta é a minha rua. Como podem ver, está muito mal iluminada. Os candeeiros são mesmo péssimos. Iluminam para onde não é preciso, para o céu. Senhor Presidente da Câmara, estou a pedir-lhe, troque estes candeeiros por outros, tapados em cima e dos lados, para iluminar melhor a rua, diminuir a poluição luminosa e ainda poupar dinheiro. Eu sou um das Sky Rangers, porque quando for grande quero ser poeta. E os poetas precisam das estrelas brilhantes e da lua romântica para se inspirarem no seu pensamento profundo.
Okay, so this was Francisco. Francisco shared this video with the mayor of his town, and they organized in the school for he receiving his award for the contest. They organized an event where the mayor was invited, and Francisco gave him the video. And after that, several conversations with Francisco and with some experts in illumination and the effects of light pollution went on with the help of and support of the school. In the next year, Francisco invited the mayor again. So his team, they were in the fourth grade, in the third grade, I think. I don't remember precisely, but primary school in Portugal. So they invited the mayor and asked, okay, Mr. Mayor, yes, last year we presented you this problem about light pollution, and we want to know what have you done about it? What actions did you take to solve and mitigate this problem here in our town, Vila Real, which is a big town in Portugal, in the north of Portugal, further north than Porto. And to our surprise, the mayor said, well, you know, I haven't heard about light pollution before. You invited me here to your school and gave me the video. I have invited our architects and engineers to see the problem and to write a proposal for funds to change the illumination of our streets. And if we win, we are going to start changing the light poles to more friendly ones. And they won. And they did change several light poles in Vila Real, which again is a big city. So this was like a super result of a small child that just decided that with their actions they were going to change something important in their local community. And Francisco kept going on writing poems and being an activist to fight light pollution. And he contaminated a lot of people in Portugal and elsewhere. So it's just, it took one child, one teacher, one mother, and to create this wave that reached out hundreds of schools and thousands of students at a global level. So this is an example that I think it's always worth sharing so that we know how powerful we can be. Sarah, I don't know if this is what you were expecting, and I give the floor back to you.
Yes. Thank you, Rosa. This is such an inspiring story. The kid wanted to be a poet and he could not see the moon, so he managed to do something about it. It's quite an inspiring story because it was coming from a real need that he identified in his street, in his community, and he found that it could study how the lamps could be different and even to save money. So that was a great example, a real life example.
Sarah, sorry, there is a question here. Most state lamps are dark from above so that they don't disturb the sky. Why is this pollution? Yeah, in fact, Sotiria, you are, well, I wish you were right. But go back one slide, Sarah. Here in Portugal, for instance, for architectural purposes, lamps like this one that you are seeing inhabit every place. But the fact that the lamps are covered from the top doesn't mean that they are fully shielded. Usually they are not fully shielded and they have wrong inclination. And so the light is trespassing and illuminating places where they shouldn't be illuminating. Go outside to your town. Well, I mean, I don't know if you live in Greece, but go outside. I had the opportunity to be there several times, and unfortunately, most street illumination is not fully shielded. You can see the lamp, even if you are not below. You should see the lamp if you are below it. If you are far from a distance and you see the lamp, it's because the light is
Illuminating the sky.
illuminating. So even if it is not illuminating directly the sky, it illuminates the houses, it illuminates gardens and illuminate the beaches, and it affects a lot. I mean, we could go on for several hours discussing this. In Thessaloniki, I've been there, and unfortunately in Thessaloniki, you have a lot of light pollution.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Well, I
we
will
don't
share
have,
with you.
yeah,
No, sorry.
we don't have time to talk about this issue, the light pollution in his full, but it has a lot of implications to human health, to animal health, to birds and everything. It has a lot of implications. So this is considered a very important problem that we are trying to tackle now. And the dark, it's not just to see the sky that is beautiful. No, it has real implications. And also in concerning the energy, the production of energy, the kind of things that you can save, just not to overload our planet. So this has a lot of different angles. And quite a complex issue, but in this case, the Francisco was talking about the need that he, as a 7-year-old boy, was identifying. So, but this is quite a big issue: the light pollution for human beings, for animals, and for the planet. Another real life example happened also in Madeira, the students from Horácio Bento Gouveia. So they were working hard to create this trail for their community. It is a science trail for the community. So they used the science classes to build this trail and also to bring awareness to the community, not only knowledge, the things that they were learning, but also awareness about the history of the island, the important scientific problems like plastic pollution in the island, the importance of bees, of recycling, and they were using content also about the periodic table, where can you find some of the elements in this science trail. So this is also a practical example of a service to the community about this incredible project. Another project that I would like to talk about is the participatory school budgeting, because we are also talking about democracy. Not that the other ones don't have that in their don't have that perspective. They do also. Francisco talked to the mayor, the children doing the science trail. They are also trying to influence the politics in terms and the values in terms of how we should preserve our island and we should preserve nature. But this is a quite this is a so direct, has such a big impact on democracy that I think it is a good example. This is called participatory school budgeting. It's something that the ministry is promoting, and this allows secondary education students to decide and to see what are the needs on their school, and how they want to improve, if they want to improve something in this school. So they have to see it, they have to study, they have to find out the need, and also have to come up with an idea. And they have to gather support inside the school, because they want to get the votes for their idea, but they may also have support from other partners outside the school, so they can find solutions to that particular problem. So this is a democratic process that takes place in each school. So students submit this proposal, first they see the need, they come up with an idea, they gather support, they think about this, and then they submit this proposal and ask for ask for support. So the proposal that is more voted by their peers, by the colleagues, it's going to be the one that is going to be financed by the Ministry of Education, which is a quite interesting participatory school budgeting, and it is a way of involving students in democracy, in the process of democracy. It's not just sometimes we think that democracy is about voting. It's a lot more than that. And we need to teach our students. Of course, we know that it is a lot more than that, but we need to make them understand the needs around them and to come up with the solutions, and also to discuss ideas. This way of discuss ideas, to respect the ideas from others, and to support your ideas in concrete knowledge and concrete competencies is something that we also need to teach in our classrooms. So I also brought this project, is how special are your needs? Can we help? This is a Erasmus Plus project that involves schools from Belgium, Greece, Italy, Portugal, Slovenia, and Sweden. Of course, in every place, in every school, some changes occurred, but I would like to talk to you about what happened here in Porto. I told you in the beginning that I am talking to you from Porto. So a school here is involved in this project, and it is an international project. And what students did, they carried out a study to implement an inclusive route around the school and in the city center. And the route was accessible to wheelchair users, to visually impaired people, to find their way with the help of technology. Here it is, technology with the aid of GPS. They also built tactile 3D models so the visually impaired could see and have the perception of the city historical and cultural heritage. So they have to use the 3D printers. And they are references, these two schools here in Porto, reference to blind pupils and to deaf pupils. This is a way of using technology and the knowledge that students are acquiring at school, and making this knowledge useful for the community around them and for their colleagues around them. And I think this is a quite interesting project to bring here, because it is a cross-border project. Sometimes we think that we just need to do projects in my community with my school, but we can also find ideas and change ideas with colleagues, with other colleagues and schools, and partnerships with other schools in other countries. So now we are going to have a very practical exercise. So this is, we are going to divide ourselves in four breakout rooms. We are going to invite you to an activity that I am sure you are going to think of the activity as something very interesting. And the facilitator will explain to you the activity maybe. And now let's wait for Ali to share, to put us.
I don't think there was time in any of the rooms to explain that.
Okay, Rosa, can you open for the discussion then?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So the idea of this kind of activities emerged because of the difficulty sometimes that teachers have in how to deliver their curriculum that is so fragmented and so compartmentalized in boxes. Like I teach math, you teach technology, you teach science, I teach physics, you teach biology, and things are not combined. And usually it is very difficult to find a way to do interdisciplinary learning. So STEM, and actually for that matter in Europe, it's very rare that you see STEM being implemented as it should. Even if school says, we do STEM, they have a science department, a technology department, an engineering department, and a mathematics department, but they don't work together. So it's not interdisciplinary learning. So the idea for this kind of activities emerged to show teachers that you can begin anywhere you want. And from there, you can deliver your curriculum content in an interdisciplinary way. So here you did the most difficult thing you could possibly be asked to do. You created a story with pictures that you had no idea where they came from or what the purpose or what they were. You were not asked if you were interested in those images or not, or if they were related to your daily job or not. It was not connected to any problem or any topic or any issue of your local community. It was not related to cultural or social background of anybody. So it was the most difficult thing you could ever do. Now imagine that at the beginning of the school year, you would ask the students, okay, what are the problems that you would like to be working on? And what is important to you to change in the community? Or maybe you would have already a menu of such topics that you would like to address with your students, what kind of differences you would like to make to your communities. And knowing that, you can select the topics or pictures or images or videos or activities, or you can make a menu of products that you would like to use or deliver or facilitate across the year. And together with all the teachers that are working with that group of students, you could take your curricula, have the post-its of their curricula. So you have the menu of what the students want to do or what you want to do, what the community needs, and you put all together, and you have the package of curriculum content, and you cook this all in a beautiful project that can be for 2 months or for the whole year. And then you are all working in an interdisciplinary way in the same problem or project or idea, delivering your specific curriculum content. And that will be something where the students are going to learn those topics in a contextualized way, in a meaningful way, while also contributing actively to the community. And that makes a huge difference for learning. It really works well. So if you could do it in 20 minutes with images that means nothing to you, with topics that you didn't know what they were good for, but you still could do it in all the rooms you did it, imagine how much you can do if you really prepare it. So that's the bottom line. So if you need to convince your colleagues that this works, just reproduce this activity. And if you need help, let us know. We'll be delighted to help you deliver a session like this to your colleagues. So I don't know if you have questions.
Let me just share my storytelling room.
No,
because
Sarah.
I think...
So Nara, Sarah, go to the one from room 2, because they went far ahead, and besides the topics, they also distributed a lot of competencies from your beautiful butterfly.
Oh, room 2.
Room 2, yes, room 2.
Oh, the winner is room 2.
Huh? The winner is room 2.
The winner is room 2.
Yes, yes. I didn't hear the story, but maybe Eva, you can tell the story that you came up with.
So let me share it, Eva.
I have it open. You want me? Okay, you found it. Good.
I was still working on it after we finished with the groups, because it was so inspiring. So it's work in progress. So the story starts with students meeting in the schoolyard, sharing a cake and talking about ideas how they would like to change the world, what they dream about, and come up with certain ideas. And that's also a way of, being democratic and sharing ideas. And they think about what tools they can use, technology, digital tools, and then they brainstorm certain certain ideas. And then they had coffee, chocolate to come up with better ideas. And then it comes to mind, ooh, climate change is one of the big problems. Land grabbing, we enjoy our coffee and chocolate, but there's problems behind that. And then kind of their brains explode, and then they think about forest fires, wars, and they acquire more and more knowledge about the world. And then they come up with their solutions, go to the laboratory, come up with ideas about recycling, how to value the forests more. And then that's in the third row, they come up with certain ideas about city planning. They draw pictures. They work with other student groups to work on their ideas. And then they vote and on the best ideas. So they value democracy again. They communicate a lot to come up with the best idea for their community, and then climb the big mountain, and then in the end have a better world, of course.
Nice. And you have it here, the curriculum topics and also the competences,
Yes.
the democratic competences. Can you talk about that also, Eva?
Yeah, sure. So the light yellow ones are the curriculum topics that we came up in the beginning, where everybody did not know yet that we're going to tell a story. So climate change and land grabbing with the chocolate and the coffee. And then technology, digital tools that the students want to use. That's the third picture. Also a connection to statistics, for example, when they use the voting in the end. And city planning and recycling are some of the ideas that they come up to tackle pollution of the ocean, forest fires, and the current war situation in the world. And the other ones are the skills that they learn, for example, conflict resolution, cooperation, communication, and value in democracy.
Very nice. Thank you so
Sarah,
much.
Maria is saying here, love the task. Would be great if we could also see other groups.
Yes, of course we can. This is our, can you see my screen? Yes? Can you see my screen? Yes, I
Yes,
changed
Sarah,
it.
yes.
One. So we first here at Yellow, you can see the topics. We didn't have a lot of people in our group, but the ones that were there were very involved. So we have the topics that the teachers are going to study in Yellow, the topics that they are going to teach in the next term. So the energy, the education for sustainable development, the energy flow in ecosystems, the cities of the future and STEM combined. So they come up with an idea about when they are kids, they like balloons, they like to build and to work in cooperation, and they were thinking about the problems, the forest fires that happened in the community here, that you can see here, and also because this group lived in an island, a volcanic island, as you can see here. We thought about how to work collaborative and to think about ideas to solve these kind of problems, the fires, and to have everyone in the community involved in this to finding solutions to this. So we didn't have a lot of time, so we were in the last minutes wanting to put here the competences in the butterfly, but we put value cultural diversity here in this picture, the cooperation skills here that we used. This is for the room 2. Let me find the room 3. The room 3. So room 1, room 3. Let me share with you. So, was you, Andrea? Room 3, right? Do
Your
you want
mic.
to,
Sorry, yeah.
do you want to
Yes,
share?
was our group, but we didn't have like the time ended up too soon.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, from the whole group, only like 2 people talked really. So it was kind of difficult to manage the group, to involve everyone to participate. So, but either way, we managed to create a story. And so our story begins with, us thinking and at the computer and researching and having a cup of coffee and some chocolate, and then thinking about how these products are produced and how the production of these products affects our world. And something about environment. Marianne, maybe you can help us. I think we put it here because it's related to the environment and the climate change and the changes that happens in our in the nature and the environment, well, while producing these products. And then we thought about painting a better, beautiful world for all the people and our children. And then we start thinking, and we realized that we have to start with researching and connecting to each other and working together, and then informing others, like in campaigns or whatever. And then realize that we have this mountain ahead and we have to climb, and we don't know what we are facing. But we have fire inside. We are like a volcano, so we're passionate and we have ideas. And of course, we find the best solutions. And then we have these instruments that we can work, all the materials we need. And we do like those gatherings. Here are the activities of our project. Meetings and conferences and gatherings together with people, and eventually we solve the problem, and we move from having this social problem to bringing solutions, which is the sun here, the last image, or our solution, that it doesn't have to be black or white, it can be in between. So that was the story. It took us a long time to build. And then we tried to put on fast forward all the subjects the people are teaching in the next period. And we had, of course, art when we're designing the new world, some technical skills like statistics, trigonometry when we do the research. We have the kindergarten, the preschool teacher who is teaching about the rules of our society, and maybe we should start with that, how we build a better world. And we didn't have time to put the democratic competences in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it is great to know so much creative thoughts here. And let me share then the last one. And thank you, Andrea.
Yeah.
Let me share is
You will see
Lina?
a first picture of a baby. So it all starts with an idea that is born like a baby. And then, yeah, let me tell you quickly how the story goes. People come together and think about what they want to change, what kind of change they want to do, and they come up with the challenge of how to make how to save humanity. That was like the little challenge that the group addressed. And of course, you first need some coffee to get the strength to it. And then we were looking at many options and how to get started. The important thing that there are many ways to tackle the challenge, but you need to become active and discuss the ideas, come up with prototypes, come together, also involve regional people, put it into a design, and then try it out in the field. That was the mountain. Try it out in the field, get some experience. Then also so focus, and then also get a big picture and bring in all the dimensions, including also emotions that are important to tackle these challenges. Then we are exhausted, we need chocolate, of course, and then afterwards ideas can explode again. We can come up with a prototype, and then this needs to be brought into the education system. So the teacher stands for this, to transfer this knowledge. And the classroom that discuss it is and goes into implementation. And well, yeah, then finally come up with some ideas, and the idea is to save the planet. This is a very, very short version of the story that was built in the group. And then of course we put some of the ideas that were gathered into the different pictures. And like you can see, for example, the 17 sustainable development goals that were one of the topics that were mentioned. So there are different entry points, different possibilities to access this topic, for example, or also like the issue of emissions or combustion that could be linked to several pictures, of course. And sustainability stand for the huge mountain that we all still have to climb in this context, and so on and so on.
Thank you so much, Lina. It was a very creative exercise, and it indeed helped us to think, how can we use the needs, or every story, every possibility can link to our curriculum. Of course, we have a lot of STEM subjects here and topics, but we could think about other topics, because we have here English teachers, history teachers, and this history also links to these different histories that we heard about, also links to those topics. So service learning projects are quite interdisciplinary, and it's quite easy to find also links to democratic competence. Not also, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. So the collaborative thinking, they are really everywhere. Thank you for your cooperation in this exercise, in this activity. Also, we have here environment humanities. Kelly is saying we can link everything to have together. So just to finish up, because we are not finished yet, but of course, if you have to leave, and but let me just finish this presentation by wrapping up a little bit some topics that I think it is still important to mention here to wrap this session. So we have discussed the activity, we have seen how interdisciplinary are these kind of service learning projects, so many examples, and the benefits of integrating STEM and service learning. So they raise awareness of the social relevance of STEM subjects. So that question that your students do to you, what do I need this for? So you don't have to listen to that question anymore. What do I need this for? So this is the social relevance of STEM subjects, experiencing values through the practical application of the knowledge. So they are not just having knowledge for knowledge, but they are actually applying that knowledge They are addressing experiences and consciously enabling reflection. So these are activities that enable reflection on your students, make them think about the problems of the community, make them develop critical thinking, empower students to guide their own learning. So they are the ones that will be leading the learning. They will be motivated to learn those topics that will help them to solve the need that they themselves identified, and also allows them to take in different perspectives through interdisciplinary learning. So just to finish up, a case concept, how service learning in STEM subjects impact democratic decision-making. So encourage values in STEM education. The use of service learning in STEM subjects can be effective in real-life social relevance. And a lot of you talked about that STEM could be much better if real-life examples, practical examples linked to practice will happen. So you can have an opportunity as STEM teacher, and not only to make your STEM subject more meaningful for your students, and in the way develop a lot of democratic skills. Students who have taken part in service learning project, they show higher sense of democratic and social responsibility. And this is also a testimony how you can develop this kind of sense of democracy and social responsibility while being a STEM teacher. Sometimes being a STEM teacher, it seems that you don't have a link to other social sciences, but in fact, what you are teaching has social social responsibility, has a responsibility, social application. Personality development of children and adolescents, students that are involved in service learning projects, they do show how this can help them to develop their personality. And past experience shows that service learning has positive effects on social skills of children and adolescents. And this is the final lines that I had prepared, that we had prepared for you. If you have any open questions, please feel free to do so. And also, please provide us your feedback, because your feedback is very, very important. I think someone is going to put the link for the survey in the chat.
Yes, I put.
Yes, thank you, Ali. And please come back in our next webinar. And thank you for everything. Just open 1 or 2 minutes for questions if you have any questions, or you can put it in the chat, or you can open your mic and ask now.
Do we take some certificates for participation in webinars?
Yes, we will have certificates for webinars, and also participation certificates, and also different certificates for those doing everything. Yes.
When? In April? In May?
Ali, maybe you can answer this when, I mean, just in the end of
Yes, at the end of the webinars.
So they will finish in May. So in the end.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, only at my place doesn't work this survey, because I can open it.
You will also receive it in the following mail, follow-up email. So maybe you will be able to open it there then.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
So someone is saying how to learn the storytelling method.
Is it possible to sometimes you don't complete the tasks because of other challenges. Is it possible to catch up?
In the SLEAD, in the
NIL
NIL
platform.
in the NIL platform, yes.
Thanks.
So thank you, everyone, and thank you
Thank
for
you
your
too.
insights and for participating in the activities. You know that your contributions are very important to this because we are building knowledge together and experiences together. So feel free to participate in the activities and everything. Thank you so much for your presence here. Have a nice day and see you
When
next
do
time.
we have the next webinar?
The next webinar, it's here, so we will have it on
April 10 says here.
April 10th.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. See you next time. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you.